Welcome back everyone to another On-Court with Sunny video. The one-handed backhand, it's one of those shots that can make you feel so free and good when you hit it perfectly. Honestly, it's one of the best feelings in the world, but sometimes if not done with the right fundamentals, it can also feel very weak and erratic. So in today's video, we'll be discussing 3 key fundamentals on your one-handed backhand that you can start incorporating in your swing, and you'll be able to hit better backhands with more consistency and power. Also, let us know in the comments below who do you think has or had one of the best backhands in men's tennis or women's tennis, one-handed that is. So the first key fundamental we're going to talk about is having the right grip. Grip that we use for our one-handed backhand is the Eastern backhand grip. The easiest way to find it is if I hold my racket like that in front, and I'm going to reach out with my right hand or my dominant hand if you're left-handed. I'm going to hold it just like that, and my index knuckle is going to be on bevel number 1, which is right here. That's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. That's how the bevels go. And my index knuckle is right on top bevel. My fingers are spread out, so I'm not actually making a fist. I'm actually going to hold it on an angle like that, and that gives me a lot better grip. 2 things that this grip does. First, it puts my wrist in a really strong position at contact. So when I'm making contact, the racket doesn't wobble too much in that grip. And also my strings and my racket face is pointing towards the target where I want the ball to go. So in continental grip, the racket face will be too open, but in Eastern backhand grip, when we turn, our wrist stays in strong position and the racket is pointing forward, or my strings are actually pointing forward in the right direction. All right, so for the next key fundamental, it's going to be the unit turn. So when I'm ready to receive the ball, I want to have both hands on the racket, and I'm using my left hand or my non-dominant hand, if you're left-handed, to bring this racket back to the point where I'm able to look over my front shoulder. What this allows us is able to coil my body as I'm waiting and load up, and then uncoil and shift that weight forward into my backhand, which also results in more power and transfer of energy into our shot. So just gonna show you a couple demonstrations here. So I'm just gonna toss the ball myself, look over the shoulder, and then I'm gonna finish with my weight going forward. One more, look over the shoulder, and then up. We get to reap all the rewards. We'll do it again. I didn't say it right. So now on to the third key fundamental, where we get to reap all the rewards for doing the first 2 fundamentals right and finish our backhand with a flourish, and that will be the follow-through. For the follow-through, as I am making contact with the ball, so this is my contact point here. From here, I want my racket to go up and forward at the same time. So my racket is going forward to push the ball up, and up here to create more topspin. So this is where I see a lot of players make the mistake of, from this position, as they're about to make contact, they bring their racket from left to right way too quickly. Or they'll hit the ball like that and not stay in that plane long enough to create some top spin onto the ball and letting the racket do its work as well. So as I'm going forward to hit the ball, I want my racket to travel forward and up, and finishing with my racket above my wrist. A lot of mistakes I see in this section as well is where they're going forward and they leave the racket down here. So I want the wrist to release, and I want the racket to finish up above my wrist. So I'm just gonna do a couple demonstrations here where I'm gonna follow through with my racket going up and finishing above my wrist and going forward as well. So. Another thing you probably noticed as I was doing the demonstration was my non-dominant hand goes back in order to counterbalance my movement, because I am transferring my weight forward, and my left arm, in my case, and if you're left-handed, your right arm goes back to counterbalance, and I'm trying not to rotate my shoulders too early. I'm trying to keep my follow-through going forward and up, left hand back, and that's my finish. Trying to keep it balanced and staying in an athletic position. Also helps us to stay and then recover back for the next shot. Staying in these athletic positions requires good flexibility and strength. And if you would like to watch a video on that, we will link that at the end of this video. If you're liking the content, subscribe to the channel, like the video, do all that stuff. If you want more videos like that on mindset, fitness, and technique, head on to oncorewithsunny.com, and we will see you all in the next one. Thank you. Bye.